the PlayStation Vita. Now I've already gone over the basic stuff, but I'm going to go a little bit more in depth with the finer points of the Vita. Some of the points that you may not have heard so much of in the press release. One thing controversial about the system is the new memory cards. The system has done away with the UMDs of the PSP and instead replacing them with these cards. There are two slots for the memory cards. One is for the games and it goes here, while the other one for the memory card goes here. And if I could get this out for you, you could see that these are really, really small. Pull that out. I mean, look at this. Compared to my thumbnail, yeah, I'm gonna lose a bunch of these. So I would recommend getting like a travel case or putting them in a small little tin or something like that, or just leave them in your system. I mean, you can't lose them if they never go away. And you can now take your gaming anywhere with the Wi-Fi or the 3G models. One of the coolest things is you can now start a game on the PS3 and through cloud saving play it on your Vita. So say you start a franchise in a sports game on your PS3, but you're going out of town for a while and don't feel like bringing your system with you. You can like continue the season on your Vita and then come back and continue it on your PS3. I mean, that's just a brilliant idea. Now, you do have to buy two versions of the game, which may be one of the reasons they have this system implemented, but it's still a really cool idea, and I'm really excited for it. Another interesting thing is the front and rear camera. Now, Sony has been advertising this thing called augmented reality, but what is that? What it is it takes the back camera and makes the real world come into play. So you like load up this, read that card, and what was just a table now has a pool in it. It's really interesting to see how it can bring the real world into video games. Soon it's going to be creepy like virtual reality, but right now I'll take this. Now I know I've been going on about how great this thing is, and I'm really enjoying it, but I do have some complaints, and trust me, they're some big complaints. One is the cost, and I mean the cost for everything. The base model costs $250, which is the same price as a PS3 right now. Also, the bigger complaint is the memory cards. They are just unnecessarily expensive. I mean, I got the 8 gig, and that cost me $30. Now, I could go on Amazon and get an 8 gig memory card for like $5, including shipping. So that is just unexcusable. It's going to be really interesting to see how this competes against, say, iPads, and especially the 3DS. 3DS took a huge price drop within a couple months. I can really see the Vita taking a huge price drop in a couple months. But what the Vita needs to do is to understand what they are. They are a gaming system. I mean, 2 analog sticks, buttons. They're going after gamers like me. I want to play a gaming system, and that's what this is. It has a lot of other cool features, but it's a gaming system. But in terms of the games, they really need to make sure they have creative games coming out. I played a game called Escape Plan. It's a brilliant puzzle game. If you have a Vita, I would recommend picking it up. But what it does is it does gaming differently and only can be done on a Vita. It uses the front touchscreen, the back touchscreen, just the tilt controls. That's what they need. They don't need ports of just other games. So that's my review for the PlayStation Vita. I think this thing is incredible. I think it's really fascinating what can be done with this piece of hardware. It's front and touch, everything's working great, and it's really responsive, feels natural. So the games are just going to be more and more creative. But the software keeps coming. This thing is going to have a great long life. I'm really liking this thing. If you have the money, I recommend picking it up too. PlayStation Vita.